Hello, everybody. This is Brian Mc Coy. I'll be your host of the Aline Global Technology podcast with our very special guest, Miss Aline Alves.
Thank
Very
you.
excited to have her on.
Thank you so much.
So, first off, Aline, welcome to your podcast. When you have the company Aline Global Technologies. When you think of Aline Global Technology, what do you want people to think of your company as?
Well, first of all, before we go to that point, right, there's a lot of history behind this. But to answer your question, it's helping people understand how technology works.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. So why don't you? I guess let's back up and why don't you give us a little bit of information about yourself? Where did you grow up? What country did you grow up in? And then give us your journey to how you got to the United States.
Sure. Yes, I born and raised in South America, Brazil. That's a long history, but I'm more than welcome to go over. But yes, I born in Brazil, and I remember when I was in the kindergarten, I was 5, and teacher all over the world, they always ask the same question. Oh, what do you want to do when you grow up? And my question was, well, I don't know exactly what I'll be doing, but one thing I know, I will learn English and I will get out of the country.
Wow! So you knew that at a very young age. What made you want to come to America?
Yeah. After that question brought up for me, and it's funny because I met one of my classmates back at kindergarten. Years later, I was already in America, and she said, Aline, I found you on Facebook. I was like, oh my gosh, how excited. And then she was the one that pointed out, said, I never forget it when our teacher asked you, and then you said, I want to be out of the country and learn the English. And then I saw you, I found you, I was just going crazy and said, she made it. So she was not play game, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny when that conversation happened between us. And answer your question, it was not exactly coming to America. I think the way my path went through, it helped me come to America, right? I will explain more in detail how that happened, right? So, anyways, like I said, I was 5, kindergarten, having my happy life. I am the oldest of my family. I have 3 more siblings, and we're a big family. And but it was only me had this dream to get out of the country,
Wow.
right? And my family and all my siblings, they have their own lives, their own business, but they never thought about doing the thing that I chose to do. So I was a kind of little bit interesting person, I would say.
A little bit different.
A little bit different, yeah, very different. And so then after all the kindergarten, elementary school, high school, that's the high school starting like burning for something more like challenging for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before I went to college back in Brazil, I went to theology degree. I took my license there for 2 years. I decided to study about the Bible because I knew I was getting prepared to get out of the country, and then I want to have a very stable foundation. Because, when you get out of the country, you're free. You can do whatever you want. And then, something can happen in your path. Maybe people can try drive you or your mind. And so I knew that. And then I said, let me study what the history about all the countries started before I joined to college, right? That's what I did. It was very, very helpful understanding for me. That's why I learned about the history, Bible history in America also, right? Because we got those kind of subject when you study theology a little bit. And it gave me very empowerment to know who I am as an individual, right? So it was a good choice that I made it back that time. So then I studied 2 years, and then I start with my college degree, which is business administration bachelor degree. And during under college time, I was very, very active and started doing a lot of training, like job training, and mostly with American corporations. Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I was working as a training and those companies, and then going to college after that. So it was a very busy. I had a very busy life during college, and then my college, it was a Catholic college. We had a time to have a break time and have a prayer section a little bit, which was awesome. Like time to
Yeah.
being under like stable your ground and everything, and have a very.
Now, where was this at? Was this in the U.S. or was it
That
in
was back in
Brazil?
Brazil. It's still in
Okay.
Brazil. Yeah.
Yep.
So then, after the 4 years, I was on my last training program with this American corporation, right? Then I met one of the purchase guy. He was automobile industry, very large corporation. And then he said, Aline, why don't you go to America? That's how it started, right?
Ah, yep.
Yeah. And I was like, I never thought about how can I do that? Because I was so young. I was 20, 23. Yeah, 23. Right. And then I said, I never heard, how can I do that? Can you guide me some like advices? How can I do like in the right way, the correct way to, And then he started talking to me. It was a process, right? Because I was working on purchase department. When the people buy all the sources for make the automobile stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So my coworkers was all mostly purchasers, and they were buying pieces from China and delivered to Brazil from the manufacturer. So they were very global people, right?
Yep.
And they saw on me that they could not push me, like promoting me, because I could not speak English.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very, very frustrated in the beginning.
So how old were you at this time?
23 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I started studying. I studied English for 2 years in a private school back in Brazil, but it was never enough. Every time when I had a conference call with Americans, I was just like, I could not make it because, it's you feel fear
Yeah,
to.
it'd be difficult for me if I was
Right.
speaking Portuguese or
Right.
what have you in Brazil.
And then I always felt stuck. Ever felt stuck. And then I said, I cannot do this anymore. I can continue. I have to get out.
Yeah.
That's how the feeling started, right?
Right.
So he guided me. He gave me some options. And then I went through agency, like a student agency. And then I started work with them, how many options program they have for a student to come to American. And finally, I got mine application through them. And then I found 4 families interesting on my profile. Because this program, I could choose the family and the family could choose me too. We have to do a match, which is American family, right? They were hosting me during this program. I had to live with them and then had to take English class.
Okay.
So that was 2 years program to being doing that. So then I had this 4 family interested. We had and one thing interesting, back that time, we did not have no social media. We did not have iPhone, nothing that we have right now.
No
It was
Facebook at that
no
time.
Facebook.
Okay.
It was completely out of the blue. Like it was all only a
No
phone
MySpace?
call. Nothing.
For those of you that are in your 40s or 50s, you might
Yes.
remember that.
I do. No, sir. Nothing like that. It was everything made it through email and phone call. That's all. So then it was a high risk, right? But because I was thinking about my training program, I said, I will face the challenge and then I have to do this. I have to do.
That's
There was
awesome.
no options, right? And plus the money that we spend, they said I would be so like dumpy if I don't push harder by now,
Yeah.
right?
Well, you had to make the commitment of
Yeah, you do.
the big
You have-
expenditure, so then you got to go all in.
Right. So then that's what exactly happened. four family was interested in me on application. Then one of this four, he was in different states, right, in America. So that I had one from New York, another one from California, and another one in Ohio, and the last one, it was from Pennsylvania. So they're all interviewing me. Like, we had a very short conversation. And then I was already asking God for the direction of my life on that. And then I chose the family from Ohio. That's how I ended up in America. So then it was my first international flight by myself. It's from São Paulo, it's straight to LaGuardia, New York.
Wow. I bet you were running on adrenaline, though, too, with excitement.
Oh,
nervous,
my gosh.
Nervous, overwhelmed, probably a little bit of everything.
By that time, I was 24 already.
Wow.
So my parents took me to the airport. It was all drama because my parents was so worried about me. Because, even a girl and
All by herself, yeah.
by myself, and my dad was going crazy because he said, oh, they're going to hurt you. Somebody's going to hurt you. And all the father worries thing, which make it totally sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't about America. It's about the dangers globally speaking, because you never know where people coming from.
Right.
Look what happened with Arena, right?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of feeling that my dad had about me. And he goes at the airport, Aline, I pay for the expensive school to keep you.
To
like
keep
that.
you in Brazil?
Yeah, keeping me in Brazil.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Keep you
Dad,
home.
thank you. I have to do this. I'm feeling strongly I have to do this. I'm so sorry, but yeah, there is no way to change. It's too late. I'm a few minutes to departure. Yeah. It was very difficult for me to say that. My tears, even now, it's just bringing me the emotional to think about all this, right?
Yeah.
So then my flight flew from São Paulo straight to LaGuardia, New York. I could not sleep. I could not sleep the whole flight. And the American dream come to my face in a few hours, right? By myself. And I was like, I don't have no clue how this is going to happen, like how this is going to end it up when I got there.
Yeah.
And plus the language, right? Because one thing when you learn English in your country, another thing when you face English in America.
Right.
It's completely different.
Yeah. You think you're going in and you think, I'm doing pretty good. And then all of a sudden you get hit hard.
No way. There is no way. It's completely different. It's the opposite.
I can only imagine.
So then we landed there and then went through immigration. Everything was smooth, right? Because back that time it was so, we did not have all these issues that we're facing right now.
What do you mean by that?
Well, right now it's like all this illegal immigration, all that kind of stuff happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back that time was everything straight to the point. We did not have to worry so much. Like when you land in immigration, they don't give you a hard time anymore. Back that time, I would say, like right now,
Gotcha.
Because everything was straight, it was correct, no worries.
Right.
It was under Bush.
It was more seamless.
Bush administration, so it was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So everything was smooth, and then the agency was waiting for me to come out, right, and have my name on a tag, say "Welcome to America," right? Yeah. It's a very stable company, student program company. They're still up, even these days.
Wow.
Yeah, they're over 40 years doing this business, right? So I say hi to the lady, and she goes, "Aline, nice to meet you. My name is blah blah blah, and your family waiting for you in Ohio, right?" I said, "Yeah." What does that mean? But I was just shaking, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, first of all, we need to welcome you guys to America. We're going to stay a week here in New York in a hotel. We're going to host you and show about what America is about, and then to give a little bit overview before you go to your family, your host family." I said, "Great." So that cooled a little bit my heart, right?
Yeah.
So then in a hotel, we have other girls coming to the same, all over the world, like from China, from Germany, through this agency. We all met at
Oh,
this
wow.
hotel.
That's
Yeah,
that's very cool that they
we
do
were
that.
40 girls all over the world coming to America at the same
Wow.
time. Yeah, it was a good experience to see it. So then I saw many girls going back home at the hotel. They were crying in panic.
Oh, really?
They were in panic. Called their parents. I cannot do this. I need to go back. It was funny
That's
like that.
overwhelming for them, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it was. Yeah, and I was like, am I gonna do it? That I was like doing the same, right? It was my second day. I was like, no, I can't do that. I already made a commitment. So I gave my mom a call over the phone. Remember those machines, the telephone machines that was on a wall?
The phone booth?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I used to call my mom.
Oh, wow.
See how old is it?
Yeah.
So I gave her a call and she goes, is everything okay? And how did you arrive there? Do you need anything? Do you want to come back home?
Yeah. Dad was probably telling her, ask that.
That was the last question. So I was like, no, mom, everything is fine. Everything's fine. Right? I did not tell
You were
her
being
the whole
stubborn.
thing.
Yeah.
I had to end it off like that because I know their hearts could melt and they could melt mine. So I had to control the emotion, right?
Yeah. Stay strong.
And I was like, no, everything is fine. That's the way I want it. So like that.
Yeah.
So then our last day, which was Friday, that was the day we had to fly to meet our host family, right? That was another challenge.
Yeah.
So then they finished the whole presentation with us, say goodbye. Every girls flew for the other states as well, right? Others they stay in New York and Manhattan, whatever families. Then I went back to the airport and then to have a connection from New York to Ohio. So I was like, this is the journey just started for me. It was like that. So jump in the plane and then got there in Ohio. I had a little bit delay on my flight, and the family is still there. And I could not have any connection because, like I said, back that time we did not have all this technology, right?
Mm.
The communication was between only with the host family and the agency about me.
Okay.
So
Wow.
no, I was not no communication with anybody, right?
Yeah.
During this time. So then
Makes sense. I mean, you're just getting acquainted.
right. Then I ended up there 1 a.m. in Ohio. The host mom was waiting for me. She had a big flower, like a rose for me, and a chocolate. I thought it was so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, how she received me, right?
Yeah.
So from the Ohio airport straight to her home, I was completely quiet. No talking, no conversation. I don't know, I think I had a little bit brain freeze
Yeah.
during
Probably a
that
million
time.
things going through your head.
Yes. And she was like, are you okay? She was so worried. And I was like, I am. I'm just like mentally tired.
Yeah.
And she goes, I bet. And okay, sorry, I'm not going to ask any other questions, okay? Until we got home. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. English. Yes, 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 yes. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. So when we got at her home, I was like, this is American dream. And I paused for a moment. She opened the door. Her husband was waiting at the door. He grabbed all my suitcases and say, welcome to our family, right? And I was like, God, what am I going to do now, right? I never met these people before. See the challenge?
So you hadn't met them before at all before you came over? No pictures or anything?
Only pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
Only pictures.
So you recognize faces at least.
Right. And they have the kids, 3 girls. They're all upstairs. And then my room was in the basement. It was so nice. And then she goes, let me show your room. Here's your room. And I see you in the morning. You can do whatever you want. Take a shower or, and go to sleep because you need to sleep. Right.
Right.
Very nice. welcoming, very warm welcoming, what they did to me. So I remember that I went to shower, start crying. My parents don't know this. And then I said, I want to do this. I really do. But I'm so scary. It was very like,
When you say, were you saying that out loud, or you're thinking this is when you're?
no, it was a scary feeling. Like when I say that, it's, you feel minor. You feel like weak as a human. Like you face a huge challenge
Yeah, you're
in front of
overwhelmed.
you. Yeah.
Right.
And then I was like, I don't know how this is going to end up, but and then I start crying, right? So then I went to bed, slept, of course. Next day, I had to go upstairs meeting them because they were preparing breakfast for me. So I went upstairs and then I said, thank you. And then they were like, and the girls like came to me and hugged me, and I could not speak with them the way I expect to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was the whole time quiet, but understanding my English level, I could understand that everything what they're saying, but I could not express back to them the way they expect from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they realized that they were so helpful. They were so helpful to me, right? And they say, I heard they were saying many times, oh, in 3 months, 4 months, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna put you in school. You're gonna make this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very straight. And the father, he was a professor from a big university,
Ah.
so he knew how the process works, right?
Right.
And they were giving me so much support to learn the language. And I remember when I was doing my homework, that both of them, the father and the mother, they were reading my writing
Yeah. When you say homework, was that from a
from
university?
the school, from the college. Yeah.
Okay.
So then
Was it the one that he was a professor at, or?
No, it wasn't close to where we live.
Okay.
Yeah, usually because his university was very far away. Yeah,
Okay.
where they used to live.
Yeah.
No, and then when I got meet with through the college, it was nearby, and then I had classes 3 times a week.
Okay.
Studying, and I remember I started joining so many organizations because I knew I had to be better communicator in English,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then also because they were Christian family, I was with them at the church every Sunday.
Okay.
And then through the Sunday service at their church and then also Bible study, I learned faster
Yeah.
through this, right? And he was right. After 3 months, I could understand radio on a car, was playing in a car. And then it made me emotional because in the beginning I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
So it was a step by step learning. Once again, when do we leave our country is never perfect. So you have to face your challenge and pushing hard.
Right.
And especially learning any language, right?
Right.
Is a step
Right. Well, and
every
it's like
day.
anything, if you practice it enough, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for some people than others, but you're going to get better, and
Right.
you'll get there,
Right.
and I think
So-
that's kind of the moral of the story.
So after 6 months, I was good. The school was doing good, and then I couldn't communicate with them. I could sing in English. It was a different person after a while. Like it was not the same girl that came to the door and was almost crying,
Right.
right? So I finally had a chance to give my parents a call and say, this is working the way I expect to be. So it was like that. So that's how I landed in America. That was answer your questions now
Very
for
cool.
most people that don't know about me. So then after a while, this was back in 2007.
Okay.
It's a long time.
Yeah, about 18 years now.
Yeah, right. So then this transition, I was there for under this student program for 2 years, and then my visa expired, and then I had to go back home because once again, When you go apply for any visa, you have to respect the limitation. When this expire, you have to go home.
Yeah. So your visa was 2 years?
Yeah, two
Yeah.
years.
That's normal visa, correct?
Right, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could extend it, but it's another process as well, and then you cannot be stay here and stay legal. That's damage your reputation through American immigration law, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always knew that. So I went back home and after my program, and then finally I achieved my dream was back to work for large American corporation. And this big one was very high in technology, Aline Global Technology, right?
Yep.
So then I worked for them for 2 years and a half. And during this time, I was always thinking about coming back to America, but now in the different level.
Okay, so back up here. How did you get? So you went back to Brazil?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and when did that happen? What year did that happen?
It was 2009.
Okay, so 2 years you were in the U.S. from 2007, 2009, and then what prompted you to go back? Just the job opportunity?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So then, during working for this large corporation back there, I still connect with so many people globally, and of course in America because they're American corporation. Of course, I will have in touch with them, right?
Right.
So then, it's so funny how my life is so connected because my boss back that time he was in California, and we're still friends today.
Wow.
So everybody follow my history. There is no way to be like BS here because everybody can see it and prove it really happened,
Yeah.
right? But I like I said, it's so interesting because nothing was planned. It just happened to me,
Right.
right? So and I
I
worked
think
for
it was God
him.
moving, you know?
Yes,
Doing
yes,
everything.
exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
So then worked for them, and then it was good time spent it, and came back in 2014, right,
To the U.S.
to US.
Okay.
Yeah, but now working not anymore as a student program, but working, and that's why I start having my network start growing in technology, and I see how things was moving slowly sometimes, but I see always God guiding me for
Mm-hmm.
something better, right? And here's the thing. My desire it's always learn the language to be able to communicate with people globally. That was my 5 years old commitment. And it's kind of a contract that I had with myself and I would say with God, right? To be able to do that. And when the technology came through my life, it kind of became stable and gave me a guideline to continue pursuing on this. And when
Pursuing the
I
goal as far as connecting with people globally.
correct,
Okay.
yes,
And what's the goal of connecting with globally? What do you want to do with people? Do you want to inspire them? Um, to become more than themselves, or yeah, what's the goal of Aline Global Technology,
the
basically?
goal is like I said, I do want to help people understand technology,
Okay.
but also they can never give up of their dreams, whatever kind of dream it would be.
Okay. Yeah.
And especially for women, like when they came, like I said, I cried many times, but we cannot give up in the first time or second time. We
Right.
have to pushing harder. And two things I pointed out would be for especially for women wants to get out and come to America or any other country, UK, to study. You have to have a very good foundation in your life, and
What's a
Be
good
sh-
foundation? You mean family?
family is one thing important, and then also your faith in God.
Good.
Okay,
Yep.
because that is the two things that make you your emotional stable.
Right.
Not only emotionally, but you don't let other stuff come to your brain and try to change who you are, your identity.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Because I faced that too many times. I did.
Hmm.
I had so many opportunity when I was here in America to change my direction. To
Can you
make
give us an
like a
example of one of those, maybe?
to make a easy way or gave up everything what I was raised it as my family foundation, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, please come on. I'm a woman, right? We go through a very high temptations a lot of time.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about only, but you know
The
what I mean.
obvious. Right.
Yeah. But other, you face all kind of bad stuff.
Yeah.
We're in a ward. It will be you in Brazil landing there. It's the same thing. You're going to face a lot of
Yeah. Different.
things that
Different
could take you
temptations.
to another direction. And
Right.
think about in America, because in America we have not only Americans, but global people bringing all their beliefs, all their culture through you and thrown on you.
Right.
And then, take this or try that, or here's a new religion for you. Now let's
Right.
try it on.
Yeah.
So I face all this.
Yeah.
It was a game. It was a game, and then that's when the foundation comes, and then you said, "No, I learned it.
Yeah.
I learned how to manage this, and
Yeah.
plus I have my family foundation that kept my morals, I would say, and character to keep who I am, not who people wants me to be."
Right.
That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. So it was not easy. And like when they say Aline Global Technology, it's pushing hard to make your dream because I made it and anybody can make it too. Their dream happen.
Right.
But we need those kind of step and foundation to come in through.
Yeah.
Come along and line it up with your expectation.
Yeah. So you would say without those foundations, don't even think about pursuing because it's just not, you're not going to have stability. You're not going to be stable enough to be able to do it without a family or some kind of faith foundation, probably more than anything. Because some people don't have, family. Maybe their parents have passed away or, some other circumstances in their life, and so they may not have that part of it. But for me anyway, I think if I didn't have the foundation of faith, it'd be really, really difficult. So I imagine that's the same,
Yeah, I
for
agree.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even that people don't have that foundation that I had it from my family. It's still America gives you opportunity to learn those foundations from any church. We have so many churches that can support you emotionally and even financially if you need to. If you're a student,
Yeah.
they help you. You have to be open to get opening your heart and your brain to receive and then to guide you for the correct way
Right.
for not get messed up your
Right.
life because you can have a big messed up if you don't realize how dangerous could be and take your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we heard so many stories and news all over the world that how that people ended up like that,
Yeah.
right? Because it is missing something.
Right.
And that's why it's a very good, let me straight up here. We do need to have a faith in God. We do.
Mm-hmm.
This is so, so extremely important for especially for those are wants to come to America and have a successful goal, I would say. But don't try come you bring you the good things from your foundation. But I never let Brazil come to US and change you guys history or constitution or language
Right.
or laws on my favor because I came here because I want to be here learning the language. So it could not go the opposite.
Yeah, you wanted to be productive and
Contribute with the society, which I did, as a matter of fact, because back in Ohio, I opened up my own organization. I did. I did. It was not like official one, right? But
mm-hmm.
I did. What I did, I got connected with the Ohio University and talked to one of the leaders for English second language. Get an interview, set up an interview appointment with them. I went to the university that day.
Wow.
And I said, I need help. Look at how it is. Americans, they do help. I gave this phone call and then I said, I have some idea here in my head. And I do want to contribute with the society here while I'm here as a student. And I do want to learn, learn English. That's what I said. And she goes, oh, we do have this program here at the university that some students, they want to help before they graduated. I said, wonderful, we match. Our dreams match. So that's how I started.
Wow.
I had kids and women, Muslims, over to a church room, almost 200 people
Wow.
study English. And I do have, even now, I have those pictures saved on my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to make my history, right?
Yeah.
So me and them, it was me, two American teachers on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. teaching them English.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I was always given something. And I never came with the mentality, take it from America.
Yeah.
I guess was a commitment and also my foundation because we're a giver. My family, we're a giver, right?
Yeah. What's your dad
And
in? What industry is your dad in?
my parents, they have they're a business owner. And right now I think that he has 20 employees.
Oh, wow.
And I learned it from them. They just give. They just give.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And I think that's why me and my siblings, we just like to give.
Yeah.
But in the
You
same
saw the
time,
joy in it from them.
right? Yeah, from them. And I was watching. They always gave something for people, and even then now, they're getting older, but they're still giving.
Wow.
And I came with this mentality, and then I said, well, yeah, I'm not in Brazil, but I need to contribute with something in our society.
Right. Well,
Even
you
that,
feel good.
even I
When
was struggling with the language as well, still learning, because English is never stopped to learn, never. For an immigrant, never. It's every day you learn one word or part of the expression that you guys say. It's a learning process, it's a journey, I would say. Which makes me excited because I love the language. I just love it.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think mostly Brazilians, we love because of the music.
Ah.
Not only Brazilians, but globally. We just listen to Michael Jackson, all these big famous people from America. We just love the language. We don't play mostly our parties only Brazilian music. We play American.
Yeah.
Because we're so big fan. So then,
you guys have been Americanized in Brazil.
Yeah, I guess. And I
bit.
guess mostly people, they think that way too. We just love the music.
Yeah.
And I think it's so English because the grammar between Portuguese and Portuguese is very difficult to learn. And English is just one word, you just ended up. You resolve your situation.
So you would say that's encouraging in some ways, and it's not, because if I wanted to learn Portuguese, it's like, oh crap, it's going to be hard. Aline told me.
Yeah, no, we're
hard.
telling the truth because that's what it is. I'm telling you, it's not easy.
So English is simple, one of the probably the simplest language to learn.
Even though we are part of the all 5 Roma language, right, which is English, Portuguese, Spanish, French, and Italian. 5 Roma language,
Wow.
right? They're all part of. But English is just amazing how make our life easy. That's why in the American corporation down in Brazil, we always say, I have a conference call. We don't say like conference call in Portuguese. We just say conference call. because it make it easier life.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
then
funny.
people they know what I'm talking about. That's how we do it. Like we just Americanize because it's so easy,
So
simple.
simple.
You just get it,
Yeah.
right? And that's I think
How do
I
you say
just love
conference
it.
call in Portuguese?
Chamada, conferência de chamada in
Okay, so it's a lot
Portuguese
longer.
is longer, and
Just
then
conference call.
yeah, it's just like you're done.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
So you're
to
speaking in
say.
half Portuguese, half English, in essence.
For the
Yeah.
most part,
Yeah.
especially for those that work for American corporation,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Right.
Like it make it easy. It's not being superficial or is snobby. It's nothing like that. It just make easier life.
Yeah.
Just
Well, and I
push.
think as long as it, communicating it comes across, that's
It
wonderful.
does. It
Makes it work.
does. Yeah, and I remember all those days that I was working for those global tech company in Brazil from America. Americans they're always down in Brazil. All the CEOs and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but it was hard to communicate with them because of the challenge facing.
Yeah.
So, and this is only can raise it up when you come to America.
Yeah.
You don't feel fears anymore. Your fears is gone, completely gone. And if you interview any kind of global people that don't is English second language, they will say the same thing.
Really?
Oh yeah, even like big directors from corporations, they have the same fears. They do.
Yeah.
We do, because
I mean, it makes sense.
it's not easy. You think a lot of stuff in your brain.
Right.
It just brain freeze for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But when you leave here, it just disappear. It disappear
Yeah.
because you're facing every day your challenge.
Right.
Yeah. So my encouragement right now with Aline Global Technology, I don't want the people that watch my video, watch myself through my social media, think that technology is only for nerd people or smart people. Oh, technology is so difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. It's overwhelming, I think, to a
I
lot
can
of people.
understand what she's talking about. And by the way, I am a manual quality insurance. That's my main job focus. What is that? It's keyways. We call keyways in tech.
Right.
We have to test every software application before get deployed. Like if you're developing a new website, we have to test it step by step. Like when the user, the final customer user, go log in. When you go to Google and put your ID and then put your password, right?
Yeah.
So that's
For like your email, you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example.
Right.
That's your big step. That's the QA does. That's their job, making sure step by step is working properly.
Right.
Because
It's very analytical, would you say?
very, very.
Yeah.
That's why I don't talk so much. It's very hard for me because
Really? I didn't notice that here.
It's very, very for me. I'm very analytical. I always has been that way.
Yeah.
And doing this podcast for me is a huge another challenge I'm facing right
Yeah,
now.
that's
Even now
awesome.
I'm kind of like mature, but it's a challenge because I never was so much like outspoken, go globally, cameras. It was making me very uncomfortable. So this is a challenge for me
Yeah.
right now.
Well, way to step out of your challenge.
Right.
Step out of your comfort zone, I should say, and be challenged.
Yes. So then QA, they do this job. They making sure everything is reporting correctly. If you find a defect or a bug, we have to send to developer, and then they fix it, come back to us. We review again, we test it again, send back to them, approve, and then that's how the application or the website is deployed. Say, ready to go on live. Now the user can use that kind of like software or application. So it's very analytical, and then I do have so much passion to being doing that. I do.
You love
I
it.
love so much.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
It makes me, even back when I was working in Brazil for this large corporation, I was writing like a real scratched off those testing, spend like 8 hours, 7 hours testing. And
Wow.
you have to like because it's kind of boring job
That's what I was to say. Yeah.
because you don't talk to anybody. You're just watching every single movement, like behavior of the application that you're testing. No communication at all.
Yeah.
It's you and your computer. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. But I do love it. I just love, and love. There is no explanation, right? You just love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you utilize AI now that, AI has become so prominent, it seems like in business and even in society in general?
Yeah, that's a good question because right now we don't have that many people testing AI. Why? Because AI has been changing every month. We had a new AI
Mm-hmm.
being deployed.
Yeah. Updates, updates,
Updates,
updates.
updates is going crazy, and then it's hard to manage that. That's another discussion I want to bring it up during my podcasting, because
Yeah, you should do an episode maybe just on that, I feel.
I will, and then I want to have a special guest that very expert and on this. So then, companies are having problems with that because here's the thing: if you're buying one AI,
When you
right?
say companies, just to back up, when you say companies are having problems with that, what do you mean? You're saying that they're utilizing it and it's creating problems, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you. If you're a business owner and just have a one new update AI, and then your company has different interfaces or a different database, and now connect with AI. If you don't have a good testing, it can crash, it can mess it up.
Oh, wow.
How serious it is,
Yeah.
right? That's why we need QA. We need QA to testing this. You cannot go on live and not being tested.
Right.
So that's what companies are facing issues right now with AI,
Right.
because it's going so fast, and testers don't have enough time to test. And every time when you test, we use a good certification foundation test, QA testing foundation, that we have to follow the instruction. Like every policies, there is some ways to be testing one application, for example.
Right.
So it's very, very detailed and in details and very analytical job.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't test. Oh yeah, pass.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Like good QAs, very professional, high standard. We don't do that. We don't play.
Yeah.
We have to making sure we're not missing, because once, like I said, is deployed, we don't want the customer facing that, because they're gonna say, "Who tests this?
Right.
Who is the QA that missing that information? This is wrong." And companies don't pay that for you can play game. You have to have your own, like the company and your high standard QA process,
Right.
right?
Yep.
So, but beyond and above of the QA, and through my Aline Technology, Global Technology, I do want to help people. Like, for example, if you're a business owner, like a small or medium company, when you have your method of payment, for example, if your method of payment is stop working, and then stay off for like 30 minutes or 1 hour, and then you get in panic because you have to call the third party company support and say, "Can you help me out with that?
Right.
Because I cannot do business in half an hour because my method of payment is not working."
Right.
So mostly CEO, or if you're not an IT manager, you don't know how to handle it. You have to call this third party, and then you don't have no clue who are they and what they're gonna do, how long it's gonna take to resolve that issue. So that's Aline Global Technology is about. I want to give you some guideline for them. Say, here, your problem is cyber. No, your problem is AI. No, your problem is a database.
Yeah.
Your
Help them break it down and really zero
Yes,
in.
yes, because it's everything's so connected, but you don't know where the issue it is.
Yeah.
Because if you have AI here, and then you have your database here, and then you have another applications related, so where's the issue? So that I can face it. But us as IT, we understand where this is coming from. It has a QA, but the business owner, he might not, because business owners, they're business owners, they just manage people,
Right.
or they are part of the medium size of the dental business, for
Right.
example. I mean, I'm a dentist. I don't have IT background. So that's
Right.
why they have to relate it on IT support, because they don't know how to fix their problem.
Yeah. Makes total sense. I mean, everybody has their certain gifts, and yours obviously is in the technological
Right.
area,
Yes. So
and so
that's what my goal it is, giving some tips and insights to those people that listen to me through my Instagram account or YouTube, and learn a little bit how things works.
yeah. What is your Instagram and YouTube handles?
What do you mean, like
So like
the?
the IG is, I think it's Aline Global. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
it's still my name, Aline Global Technology.
Okay,
That's
so it is the
my
full
social.
Aline Global Technologies.
Yeah, it is
Okay.
through all the platforms. They can find
Oh,
me,
they're
all
all,
the
yeah, that's true. If
videos.
they search it, you're gonna be able to see it.
Yeah, they can be
That's
able to
awesome.
see it. Yeah, but that's what Aline Global Technology is about now. And the interesting part is not only for Brazilians, this is global because technology is global.
Right.
If you speak with someone Kiwi in Indian, for example, or someone in any Asian country or UK, is the same.
Right. Yeah.
So
So we're rounding out. We have just a few minutes left. Is there anything else that you want to share about yourself personally or Aline Global Technologies?
yes, I wanna say that thank you so much for giving me your trust, to listen to me and my explanation, my story. And I do looking forward to be a help for your business, for any kind of thing related with technology. I'm here to help. And I will continue doing, and then I will bring a lot of smart people, like expert on a subject that we're gonna talk about, like AI, for example. Just keep that in mind. I'm here to help you. That's my goal.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and I'll just second that. I mean, that's part of the reason why I decided to host the podcast with you is just because she loves helping and serving others, and so it's awesome. And I love your authenticity about your faith. I think that's a powerful statement, and it'll attract the right people, by doing that. And so, but yeah, I want to second what she said and just thank you everybody for tuning in to this first episode. And make sure that you're subscribing if you're on YouTube, and follow her on Instagram so you can get more information on how you can better your technology and AI and all that good stuff. So,
Thank you so much. And
yeah,
thank you for your time, too.
yeah, thank you.